Missing someone.
What's good, YouTube? In today's video, I want to go over my updated top 5 assault rifle loadouts for Warzone Season 4 and the current meta, which I just posted not too long ago, but I wanted to go through and update it because it's changed just a little bit, and every single class has changed in their own way. So like I said, I wanted to go through my top 5 again. But before hopping to any of that, I want to give a huge shout out to Eternal, Pump, and Zach for having my post notifications on. If you guys want a chance to get in my next video, make sure you go down below, hit the big red subscribe button with all my notifications on, as well as leaving a like and a comment saying noties and watching the full video through. Like I said, I got my fully updated top 5 with each class getting updated. So without further ado, let's hop directly into loading number 1. Loading number 1 is actually one of the guns that did not change whatsoever. It's still the NZ41. Even after it got nerfed, it's still absolutely incredible. I recently dropped a fully in-depth video showcasing this if you guys want to watch it, but hopping directly into the build, of course, attachment number 1 is that MX silencer, giving you your vertical and horizontal recoil control with that damage range and sound suppression. It does slow you down a little bit in its own different ways, but overall, you're an absolute laser beam and you're hitting incredibly hard. And the MX silencer has a lot to do with that, so definitely toss it on. And then we used to run the burst barrel, but now we run the Orb Weaver 360 barrel, giving you more accuracy, making you more controllable, reducing the scope sway and gun bob, and of course increasing that bolt velocity, which is huge for the NZ41 and very essential to the build. So 1000% tossing the Orb Weaver 360. And then like I tell you guys all the time, these guns that have really no recoil whatsoever and are very controllable, I love the 3 to 6x scope because it's an absolute beam on the 3 zoom or the 6 zoom. So of course that's what I run, but I always tell you guys as well, the scopes are personal preference. And then of course you got the Orb Weaver E-Pack, giving you everything you need with that recoil recovery, recoil control, accuracy, and flinch resistance, making it to where you're a beam in every possible situation. Even if you're getting beamed by somebody else, you're not going to be bouncing to the moon. You're going to stay locked in. Mixing that with the M1941 hand stop, very self-explanatory. You have the vertical and horizontal recoil control from that as well, making this have zero bounciness whatsoever. And then something a little different here, I actually have the 40 mag instead of the 50 mag, which I loved the 50 mag, but this is actually one of the attachments that got nerfed with the update. So you swap it over to the 40 mag for that recoil control and accuracy, movement speed, fire rate, and ADS speed, making it to where you're faster, you're snappy, and you're shredding through people even quicker with that fire rate, really boosting the build in so many different ways. So definitely tossing the 40 mag. And then like I was saying with the Orb Weaver 360 barrel, that bolt velocity is literally essential for this build, making the NZ41 so much better. So for my ammo type, I toss on lengthened, giving me even more of it. Mixing that with the hatch grip, giving me again everything you need for this thing to be a beam, giving you your vertical and horizontal recoil control again for like the 7th attachment. Of course, that flinch resistance, making it to where even if someone's beaming you, you're still beaming. With brace for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. But like I'm saying, the NZ41 build is still at the top of the assault rifle meta. It's still absolutely disgusting. Even after the nerf that they tried to ruin it down, it's still just incredible. It kills so fast. So go through, give the whole build a try. It's some of the highest kill game you guys get with this thing. And let's hop directly into loading number 2. Loading number 2 is one of my favorite guns in Warzone. Is the Cooper Carbine. It's so easy to use and it just shreds through people. So hopping directly into this build as well. Of course, just like the NZ and probably every single Vanguard primary I run, I have the MX silencer, giving you that vertical and horizontal recoil control again with that damage range and sound suppression. Just like the NZ41, it's making you a beam and making you hit way harder. And then you're mixing that with the 22-inch Cooper custom barrel, giving you more accuracy, making you more controllable, boosting that fire rate, which is incredible because the Cooper already has such a fast fire rate, reducing the scope sway and gun bob, and increasing the damage range as well, mixing very well with the MX silencer, making this thing a beam and shred through people so fast. And then just like the NZ, this gun literally has no recoil whatsoever and it's very controllable. So the 3 to 6x zoom scope is perfect, but like I'm gonna keep telling you guys, the scopes are always personal preference. And then you have the Cooper 45 RS stock, giving you initial firing recoil, recoil recovery, and ADS speed, making you a beam and making you more snappy. And then of course, again, you have the M1941 hand stop, which is very essential to this build as well, giving you that vertical and horizontal recoil control, making you very controllable and again, a beam. With the 60 round drum mag, giving you a ton, with the recoil control and accuracy, making you a beam, the fire rate again, mixing with the barrel and the base fire rate, which is already incredibly fast, ADS speed, and of course just mag size, which again is very good because the fire rate is so fast, you're just burning through bullets. So you're killing faster, you're a beam, and you're shredding through people. And then of course you got the length and ammo type for even more bolt velocity, getting you closer to hit scan. And then something a little bit different here on my Cooper Carbine, I used to run the polymer, but I actually switched up to hatch grip just to try it because they went through and changed all the rear grips and what they do. So just like the NZ41 with the hatch grip, you got the vertical and horizontal recoil control and that flinch resistance, making it to where you're a beam in every single possible situation. With tight grip for your perk 1, but you can run hard scope if you want for recoil control, and fully loaded for your perk 2. Overall, that is my loading number 2. I'm always telling you guys how much I love the Cooper. It's so easy easy and fun to use, and it's incredible. Like, it kills very, very fast. So go through, give the whole build a try. But like I said, that is my loadout number 2. So let's hop directly into loadout number 3. Loadout number 3 is actually the STG, which is so reliable and consistent. The thing has been good since the Vanguard integration. Dropping directly into the build as well. Of course, attachment number 1 is the MX Ouncer with the exact same pros and cons as the NZ and Cooper. With the VDD 760-05B barrel, giving you more accuracy, making you more controllable, reducing the scope sway and gun bob, increasing the bolt velocity, which is huge for this gun, and of course that increased the damage range, making you hit harder, making you closer to hit scan, and making you a beam. And then I don't even have to talk about the scope anymore. You guys know the STG has absolutely no recoil, but I will just say scopes are always personal preference. With the VDD 34S weighted stock, giving you accuracy, flinch resistance, recoil control, and aiming stability, helping you in every possible situation, making you an absolute laser beam. With, of course, the hand stop for the 3rd time, giving you that vertical and horizontal recoil control. With the 50 Garinko mag, giving you recoil control and accuracy, movement speed, ADS speed, and fire rate, letting you shred through people, making you more snappy, making you faster around the map, and of course, more of a beam. And like I was saying with the barrel and everything, the bolt velocity is huge for this build, so you toss in that length and ammo type, giving you even more of it. And then unlike the NZ and the Cooper, I actually stuck with the polymer on the STG build. I've always ran it. It's always felt very good, giving you that flinch resistance and accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, making it to where even if you're getting beamed, you're still absolutely locked in. With acrobatic for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. But that is my loading number 3. You guys know the STG has always been incredible. It's always been very good all the way back since the Vanguard integration, and it was absolutely running the meta for Warzone for a while, but they actually nerfed it down a little bit. That's why I dropped down to number 3 on my list, but it's still incredible. So go through, give this whole build a try. Let's hop directly into loading number 4. Loading number 4 is one of the best looking guns in the game, and it's just absolutely immaculate on the map. Is the XM4 from Cold War. So a little bit of different attachments. Hopping directly into the build, you have agency suppressor, which just like MW is the monolithic, and as you can tell from Vanguard, it would be the MX Silencer. So giving you that sound suppression with your vertical recoil control, bolt velocity, and effective damage range, making you hit way harder, making you closer to hit scan, and making you a beam, which is very good for this build because the XM4 is a little bouncy. And then you have the 13.5-inch Task Force barrel, giving you everything you need as well with your vertical and horizontal recoil control, even more effective damage range, mixing very well with the agency suppressor, and of course even more bolt velocity, coming together, making it so it's very controllable and it hits way harder. With the Axra arms 3 times from Cold War, is one of the cleanest scopes out of that game and very easy to use. It's a simple little circle, not zoomed in too far, not zoomed out too far, and it's very simple. So definitely tossing the Axra arms 3 times. And then like I was telling you guys, the XM4 does have some bounciness to it, so you want to control it down, suppress it down a little bit. So you toss on the Field Agent foregrip, giving you just even more horizontal and vertical recoil control, making it a little bit closer to a beam. With the Snag 60 round mag, which you guys can run the 60 or the 45. The 45 boosts your ADS speed mobility very noticeably. It makes you very snappy, but the 60 is very good, especially with the health boost. But that is my loading number 4. You guys know the XM4. It's been good for a very, very long time. Not too many people talk about it. I feel like it's low-key slept on. So go through, give this build a try. But like I'm saying, this is my loading number 4. So let's hop directly into my last loading number 5. For my loading number 5, as you can tell behind me, we have the automaton hopping directly into the build, just like the other Vanguard guns. We have the MX Silencer, giving you everything you need with the vertical and horizontal recoil control, the damage range, and sound suppression. And then of course you have the ZAC 600 barrel, giving you more accuracy, making you more controllable, and reducing the scope sway and gun bob, just making you a beam. And it mixes very well with all the other attachments on this build. And then of course it's a no recoil gun, so I run the SVT 43 through 6X, which is just an absolute beam in every possible spot on the map. With the Anastasia padded stock, giving you even more accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, with that flinch resistance, making it to where if you're getting beamed by somebody, you're extremely locked in still, and you're still beaming right at them. And then you have the M1941 hand stop, which is a little bit different from the NZ and the STG and everything. It actually only gives you vertical recoil control, not horizontal. It gives you a little bit different cons, but it's still very good for the gun and controls it down from bouncing vertically. And then of course you have the secure 75 round mag, just giving you mag size, which is very good because the auto has a very fast fire rate and you need the bullets as much as you can. And then of course you have your length and ammo type for even more bolt velocity, getting closer to hit scan, mixing that with the hatch grip, which I swapped from the polymer for my auto, just making it an absolute laser beam, especially because they changed the hand stop. So this gives you flinch resistance with the vertical and horizontal recoil control, again making you an absolute laser beam. With tight grip for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. I'm telling you guys, the auto is low-key slept on. Not a ton of people talk about it. It's very good, very easy to use as well. So go through, give the auto build a try, and that is my loading number 5. But overall, those are my top 5 assault rifle loadouts for the current meta. That's changed around a little bit, and of course all the builds really change in their own way. So I wanted to update it, give you guys all the class setups so you guys could go through and give them all a try. If they do help you out at all, go down in the comments below and let me know if they do, and of course hit the big red subscribe button. That's it for the video.